let's understand count functions inside Power BI. So this first count function is used when we are calculating the number of columns which are containing the numeric values. The second count A function is used for the columns which are containing the numeric values as well as text values. The third distinct count is used to count unique values inside a column. So if inside a column one line item is showing shirt, second line item is showing shirt, and third line item is showing t-shirt, so there are 3 line items which will be calculated using count A, but there are 2 distinct items, one is t-shirt and another is shirt, which will be calculated using distinct count. And the last count function is our count rows, which refers to an entire table and counts and brings the number of rows inside that table. So let's go to Power BI and understand these things in action. So this is our Power BI model, and inside that let me just remove this return transactions. This is of no use for a moment for me. Let me just remove that. Yeah, so if we go to our model here, and inside this model, wait for a second, yeah, inside this model we want to calculate our total unique list of return transactions. So if we go here inside our table view, and you can see return data table is here, and inside return data table I have put one filter. Let me remove this filter first. Yeah, inside this return data you can see that there are 607 rows, and these 607 rows are distinct rows, and the total quantity inside these rows are more than 607, which we have seen in our report view, which are 614. Why this is happening? Because some transactions are showing more than 2 quantity of return. So we need to know what are our unique transactions happening inside this return data table. So let's go to our report view, let's go to our measures table and create a new measure here, and inside that let's go and create our unique return transactions, and inside that we can go and use the distinct count function, and you can see its usage based upon this further arrow which defines what this function does. So we just click on this, and inside that we click on return, and inside return we want to calculate based upon product key, return date, or any other data line items. So we can use any of them because this is going through each and every line item. So if I go and click on return date and press enter, you will be seeing that this measure will be shown on our right side, and once this is shown, let's bring this measure inside our table, and you can see there are 607 unique return transactions. If we do a further drill down here, you can see that inside jeans there is a total return quantity of 36, but there are 34 transactions. So it may be possible that inside one transaction there is a return of more than one quantity. So we have used distinct count function. Let's go and use the count or the count A function as well. So we go to our sales data table, and let's go to our table view. Inside that let's go to our sales data, and this sales data is having total transaction of 7890, and these transactions are all unique. However, it may be possible that these are not unique, and we want to calculate the total number of transactions inside this table. So what we can do, we can go to our report view. Inside measures table we can go for a quick measure and let it load for a moment, and we can say our sales transactions count, and inside that we can use the formula of count, and when we use this count formula, let's put the sales data. Now the count formula only works on the numeric fields. So we know that the customer key is a numeric field, order date is a numeric field. We can use any one of them or further any one out of the details. However, the numeric field should be there because it goes row by row. So we click on enter. And when we do that, you can see our sales transaction quantity is showing here. We bring it into our table and let's extract it further, and you can see there are suits which have been sold and there are 533 unique transactions which have occurred for these suits. So we can calculate these transactions. Now this count function don't show the unique transactions, but inside our table the data was itself having unique transactions. So if there were no unique transaction, even then it would have calculated the number on each and every row. So this is our sales transaction using the count function. And if we go to our sales transaction here and instead of count we want to use the count a function, we can use that because this count a applies on text as well as numeric values. So if we press enter, you can see this is still working as before because this is a count a function. So I hope you understood the basics of using these count, count a and distinct count. The only difference between count a and count is that count only uses the numeric values while count a uses the numeric as well as text values. Distinct count counts the unique line items based upon any given column. So I hope you understood this and thank you so much for watching.